Hey everybody, so it's Nick. Hope you guys are doing okay. This is my video assessment on my mastery journey and my master who I somewhat relate to. So my mastery so far. Um, so I have a BFA in interactive design and game development. I got that from the Savannah College of Art and Design. Um, it's led me to having a passion for what I do, and it sort of has fed my itch to learn. I love learning. I love being a student, and I will always take time to improve what I do by learning. And my mastery journey for the future, hopefully, I will graduate from Full Sail with my master's in science in game design, which will in turn lead me to a systems or narrative design job for a AAA studio. However, my dream career path leads me to Hi-Res Studios in Alpharetta, Georgia. Um, kind of Titan Gaming now. They did this weird thing, I don't really know. But eventually I do want to go back and teach. I want to show the future game designers, the tricks of the trade that I will eventually learn, and that way I can feed this constant cycle of renewal in the gaming industry. But with that in mind, the master that resonated with me is Freddie Roach. He grew up in a boxing household, but wasn't the star in his family's eyes. However, Roach overcame adversity many times in order to become a master. Um, he was heavily criticized from his family, saying he was never going to make it, that his brother was way better at boxing than him. However, he used this critique to sort of spark his fire and was able to become, a stronger boxer. I wouldn't say a great boxer, but eventually, he got trained by one of the most highly regarded coaches at the time. But once he got into the ring, he sort of forgot everything that he learned, and this resulted in him sort of getting frustrated and not wanting to do boxing anymore. Um, but in the end, he wasn't, so great at it. So he fell back into a telemarketing job just because it was safe. And, that's never really a good thing to do. He still had the thirst for boxing, which in turn, he led him back into, a boxing career path as a coach for a local gym. And to this day, he has coached many famous boxers such as Manny Pacquiao and many boxers like him. Um, how he will help me on my journey. I've learned never take practice for granted. It's practice for a reason. It's not always fun, but it does make you better. Stay dedicated to what I love to do. I love gaming. I love anything with games. As long as I'm doing that, I should be happy in my career path. Don't settle. Always strive for greatness. Always try to be a better you. And then with that, know that there's always going to be opportunities in the game design field, no matter what it may be. As long as it's gaming, I should do it and do what I love to do. So if I had to ask Freddie Roach some questions, my first one would be, how did he maintain his love for what he did and eventually would do, even though the people closest to him were ones that said he couldn't make it? And how was he able to handle those critiques? I would ask this because of my own personal bout of criticism from peers. I hate criticism, but I love criticism. It's this weird love-hate relationship. But this personal reflection seems to come from the shared knowledge of both myself and him. My second question would be, why did he come back to boxing even after he grew such resentment towards the sport after all those years? And I'd ask this because stepping into his shoes, I'm not sure what I would do or if I would even be able to do what he did. By being empathetic to his choices, I believe I too would be able to hold on to my passion for game design even through the rough patches that may come. My two deadly realities that could affect me are conformism and passive aggression. Conformism, just because, if I don't keep my creative edge and passion for games, I can easily fall into the trap of just game design becoming one of those everyday jobs. And with passive aggression, I've always been passive aggressive. It's not a good thing, but it's always better to seek an open and honest approach to an issue because it would always lead to positive results. But by being proactive, I can keep away from falling into that trap that could actually, lead to an exit from the industry. But yeah, I use the book as my reference, and thank you all for taking the time to listen to my mastery journey, what I learned from my master, Freddie Roach.